Welcome. I'm Dr. Jessica Bueller, and here with Dr. Elizabeth Olson, and we are going to talk to you about taking control of your own biology using the power of nutrigenomics. And not only that, but why LifeVantage is for me. So, and why it might be for you or might not be. So nutrigenomics is basically the study of how our nutrition affects our gene expression. So no longer are we the victims of, you know, what our parents had and our grandparents had, but we realize that by using foods and different things that we put in our body, that we can impact our gene expression. So we're not stuck with the fate of our genes. And the latest trend in nutrition isn't really a fad diet, but it is using our DNA to get us a different outcome. So this nutrigenomic market is expected to reach crazy amounts, even by the year of 2023. That's only 5 years away. The projection is just huge. And really, there's just a lot more research going into this field. And so with this company's at the forefront of nutrigenomics. And what really brought us to the forefront was our flagship product. But since then, some really powerful products have been developed as well. And so we're going to cover all of that tonight, but we're going to start here with just a short video. Dr. Elizabeth, if you could take over this slide and then we'll keep on going.
Fabulous. So I love talking about biohacking because it fits in that wellness paradigm. So if you think about our typical medical model right now, we're kind of always under these destructive processes and we're waiting for things to happen in our bodies. And then when they do, we have these negative health implications. We try aggressively to remediate them and to get back to our normal typical health. But that ends up being extremely costly and it takes a long time as well. And you can't always necessarily go back to the state that you were in. So biohacking is the opposite of that. It's working at preventing things, actually taking control of your biology to create the most optimal health and vitality for yourself. And really using nutrigenomics to do this is a really advanced process of biohacking.
Oops. Sorry. We'll go back again. Do that one more time.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger, naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
All right. So this is our flagship product that I mentioned, and we're going to kind of get to the backstory of this product later on this evening, but we're just going to talk about what this product actually does. So Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, NRF2 Synergizer, is proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. So this one statement was something that really caught me off guard when I was first learning about this, because there's not been another product or really anything that we can do that can get a researched benefit of 40% reduction of oxidative stress in 30 days. Nothing. But this product supports natural cellular repair and rejuvenation processes, and there was even a study produced by the National Institute on Aging that showed an increase in median lifespan of male mice by 7%, which is about 5 years in human years. But this product is made of 5 all-natural ingredients. You can see across the bottom there: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. And it is not just that each of these alone would activate the NRF2 pathway, but it's the synergy of this blend. This very low dose of these 4 products, gets an 1,800% increase in activation of this pathway. And activating this pathway gets us this reduction in oxidative stress by helping us to produce our own antioxidants at a rate of 1,000,000 to 1. So what happens when we take this is that within every cell there's a protein messenger called NRF2, nuclear erythroid-like factor 2. When we take this activator, it activates that protein messenger and it attaches to our DNA and it causes an expression of certain genes. Many genes are known to be affected. Basically, we can turn on the good genes and turn off the bad genes. And one of the good genes that is turned on is our body's ability to produce its own antioxidants. And we all know that if there's a process in our body that we can allow our body to do, it's going to be better than taking something, right? Well, if you were going to eat antioxidants, you could not possibly eat 1,000,000 every single second. It's just not even possible. So when you think about that, direct antioxidants, fruits, vegetables, where we typically get antioxidants, they will neutralize free radicals at a rate of 1 to 1. And free radicals are continually being produced in our body. In fact, there's so many that are released naturally as byproducts of reactions that literally you could never eat enough. But if we can activate the NRF2 pathway and get that 1,000,000 to 1 effect, it's going to be make a huge difference, because these antioxidants will neutralize these free radicals before they do damage to our cells. Dr. Elizabeth, could you tell us a little bit about some of the research that's been done?
Absolutely. So I encourage everyone to go to pubmed.gov and check out some of the amazing studies that there are on these products. And really, these studies are what definitely drove me in to this company. And I know they drove Jess in as well. So pubmed.gov is basically an accumulation of different journal articles that healthcare providers go to basically to validate their treatment modalities. So you can go into pubmed.gov and type in something like Protandim and oxidative stress, and research studies will pop up for you. And below on the slide, this is a list of the different universities and institutions that are actually studying the products right now. And we are creating more research coming out, which is something I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I'm learning some of the emerging research on these products that we haven't yet been exposed to.
Go ahead.
Okay. A lot of media coverage, obviously, with this product, but you can see the lists of patents below that protect the overall product as well.
And these are just our US patents, but the company is global, so we also have 4 international patents as well. So the second product that came about, I might actually let Dr. Elizabeth tell us about this too, but this is Protandim Nerf 1 Synergizer. Very similar product to our Nerf 2 product as far as its mechanism, but totally different part of our gene expression that's affected.
Mm-hmm. It is. So with Protandim NRF1, again, this is a synergizer because of the patented blend of these 5 natural ingredients. And what this does, this is biohacking to increase your cellular energy. And when we activate our NRF1 pathway, the gene that is so important here actually repairs our mitochondria, and it produces new mitochondria for us. So if you think way, way back, mitochondria are the powerhouse of our cells. There's thousands of them in each of our cells. They produce most of our cellular energy in the form of ATP. And if they're damaged, they're unable to do that, and processes don't happen. And what we really see results is physical fatigue. So when we activate that pathway, we have improved performance, we have enhanced cellular health, and because our mitochondria are communicating better and networking, we have this large increase in cellular energy, or that ATP. What's really been fun to see in the clinical setting too is that when we pair Protandim NRF1 and Protandim NRF2 together, they both enhance how each other really works. It has a huge snowball effect. So as we increase our cellular energy, we can decrease oxidative stress in a larger amount. And as we decrease oxidative stress, we can increase our cellular energy as well in a really large amount, or increase our cellular energy, excuse me. So it's been really cool to see these two products work together as synergizers in the body too.
And these two products are what makes our company, in my opinion, different than every other company, because we have the power of activation, not just supplementation. So there's going to be components where we're going to talk about supplementation, and there are times when you need to supplement your diet and your lifestyle with certain products to fulfill deficiencies or help your body to detoxify. But activation is a totally different principle. This was new to us even just a year ago. And nutrition is always evolving, right? There's always new research, and this activation process is very upcoming, I would say. Protandim Nerf 2 was developed in 2003 and Protandim Nerf 1 in 2016. So you can see how it takes a while to get good research, and then also to show what they can do and the benefits when you can have things paired together, like Dr. Elizabeth was saying as well. So activation versus supplementation. So the third product that we have that addresses a big issue, and this is along the lines of supplementation, is Physique ProBio. And this is to support our healthy microbiome, the good guys in our gut, right? So we don't want the pathogenic bacteria and virus and parasites in there, but we want these good bacteria. And good bacteria give us a ton of benefits, but just a few of my favorites are 70 to 90% of your immune function, helping with the brain-gut connection. So this is so huge for all kinds of mood things, anxiety, depression, just your ability to fall asleep, to stay awake, all of those things that require mental clarity, mental focus. And then also with allergies, autoimmune conditions, just creating a gut lining, creating a barrier to that gut so that things are not getting to where they shouldn't be. So what makes our probiotic different, right? Because you've heard of probiotics and you've seen them everywhere, because really now everyone is trying to promote probiotics. And so what makes ours different are there as 2 patented technologies. There's a BioTract lining that allows our probiotic to bypass the stomach acid and get deep into the small and large intestine where we need these good guys to be to do their job. And Wellmune, which is yeast beta-glucans which are found in colostrum, or a mother's first milk, that really give our immune system an added boost and also serve as a prebiotic for those probiotics to have food when they get into the gut. And with this technology, this BioTract technology, we have a 60% survival rate, delivering 5 times the bacteria to the gut than other similarly made products. This is so huge. And not to mention this communication between your brain and your gut to help signal that you're full. So a lot of times with weight management or weight loss strategies, it's really important to have a good probiotic on board as well. Go ahead.
All right, so this is biohacking to balance out those good and bad fats in our bodies. And the recommendation is always a fish oil. And Omega Plus is a combination of, first of all, EPA and DHA, which are the fatty acids we want to encompass our good omegas or our good fats. But it's also a combination of omega-3s and omega-7s. So omega-3s are really important for brain, heart, skin health, immunity. Omega-7s are something that are unique in this product. It's hard to find omega-7s in a fish oil in general. They do a lot of stuff, but they're really responsible for creating that brain chemistry that's so important for metabolism and weight management as well. The plus in the omega is vitamin D3, and this is a fat-soluble vitamin, so when we consume it with a good fat, our body's able to utilize it better. And we always have said, everyone needs to be on a fish oil, basically from in utero until death. But you want it to be a really high quality form of fish oil. You want to make sure it's pure, and this one definitely is. It's 100% traceable from boat to bottle, and it doesn't oxidize like so many fish oils do. You never have that burpy, fishy flavor that can come along with other fish oils because this oil is so clean and pure. It's a gentle soft gel, an oval-sized soft gel, so most people do swallow it, which is what you typically would think to do it, but a lot of people chew it as well, and it's just this beautiful lemon lime flavor. So Omega Plus is biohacking to balance those good and bad fats.
So those 4 products constitute what we call the vitality stack to reduce our oxidative stress, boost our mitochondrial production, improve our energy and our sleep, support our microbiome, our immune system, our brain, our heart, really every system in the body we can impact with this vitality stack for about $5 a day. That's really relatively cheap. I know when people first look at this, they think $5 a day, that's a lot, but really you can get so much from doing that. And this stack is so powerful. We even won this Stevie Bronze Award. So this is for the best new product or service of the year in the health and pharmaceuticals category at the International Business Awards. So this is like worldwide, you guys. This is like the Oscars. And there were 3,900 entries. Over 74 countries made entries in this. And this stack is less than a year old. These 4 products together in this stack called the Vitality Stack. It's less than a year old. Already we're getting global recognition. And really the company is just gaining momentum, and which just means we're going to have better research and more people sharing it, which is awesome. So you can also choose your level of biohacking, right? Obviously, Dr. Elizabeth and I both recommend a Vitality Stack. That's what we take and our children take. But you can go down a step, take away the Omega, and you have the Activated Essentials. You still get free shipping on both the Vitality Stack and Activated Essentials. Or you could do the duo, Nerf 2 and Nerf 1. You're still getting that powerhouse of activation. Or just our Nerf 2 Synergizer, which has the most research and has been around the longest, that flagship product. So we're going to go over a few of the other products that they have as well. So Dr. Elizabeth, if you could tell us about Axio, Smart Energy.
Yes, so Axio falls in that Synergizer realm again. We're actually working to activate the NRF2 pathway in the brain this time. So this is a drink additive. You mix it with water, and it crosses the blood-brain barrier pretty much immediately, so you notice effects right away. And what it does is it actually opens up receptor sites in the brain and then guides the brain chemistry, those neurotransmitters, to those receptor sites. So you have an instant connection. And that's typically how I describe it too. There's a connection made that is just unlike anything other. So you have improved mental endurance, acuity, concentration, memory retention. Because those neurotransmitters are working better, you're more resilient to stress. So you're not frazzled. You have reduction in mental fatigue and brain fog. I have to tell you, this was a huge thing that happened for me immediately with taking this product. And no other products, energy-wise or antioxidant-wise had ever done that type of a thing for me before. So you have increased positive mood. And I really like Axio as well because so many people who have different sensitivities and different biochemical issues can take it because it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it doesn't have artificial colors or flavors, or sweeteners. And it is also a little bit different from a typical energy drink. First of all, an energy drink is an energy drink because it has the addition of B vitamins. But what this doesn't have is high levels of sugars and caffeine. So you don't have that spike of energy and then crash. You just have that constant connection. There's 5 different flavors available in both caffeinated and decaffeinated options. And the caffeinated options have a really small amount of green tea added into them. So it's a very gentle form of caffeine. So that is Axio biohacking for our brain.
And this is Nerve2 activation for our skin. So one of the studies, which you'll see if you look up any of those studies, was a study that showed that we were, over a 10-year study, that we were the only product to actually be anti-aging. And so if we could do that from the inside out with our Nerve2 Protandim, why not have something from the outside in? So this has a similar formulation to what's in our Nerve2 activator in a skincare line, 4-step skincare line. And it's amazing. We also have studies showing skin cancers that were falling off just using Nerve2 activation, again, from the inside out. So now we have that double effect. And this is, I love this skincare line. It's so awesome. And this one is Nerve2 activation for our 4-legged friends. Of course, people were using Nerve2 Protandim and seeing all the results in themselves and started doing the same thing with their pets, not just dogs, cats, horses, especially competitive animals. So horses and dogs are probably the most common, but people will do this with any kind of animal. But this one is specifically formulated for a dog who has an oxidative stress load 7 times that of a human. But what they're seeing is shinier coats, playfulness, energy, joint health, hearing, eyesight, so many different things. And again, it's not a cure or treatment for any of those. It helps to deal with that oxidative stress on a cellular level by activating those cells to produce their own antioxidants. So very cool. And Dr. Elizabeth?
Yes, this is our physique system. So this is biohacking for weight management. And again, this is a 4-product regime. It begins with the protein shake, which is really to help you curb your appetite and build lean muscle. It's a mixture of short and long chain amino acids just to maintain your nutrient load and prevent any changes in your blood sugar or insulin levels. And then we have a cleanse, and this is a very gentle cleanse that helps get rid of that sludge that builds up in your gut. So it's a really natural detoxifier for you. And then ProBio, which you now know, when we have a non-irritated gut, we're able to metabolize our food much better when we have that healthy microbiome. And fat burn. And fat burn is great. This is a combination of natural ingredients, again, that really targets that visceral fat. So that fat that surrounds your organs, it's super toxic that you really can't get rid of with typical diet and exercise. So with these 4 products, what we've seen is reduction in overall weight, of course, abdominal fat, hip size, and waist size. So physique system is biohacking for weight management.
So now we're going to go back to where we started. So if you guys have not seen this yet, this ABC Primetime Investigative Report, I highly recommend you do it at biohackingyourbody.com. If you don't catch that, ask whoever invited you to this. But the formulation was developed for Protandim NRF2 in 2003, and there was 1 peer-reviewed published study. And then in 2005, this ABC Primetime Report aired. And instead of finding the spoof in the company, like most primetime investigative reports are done, it reinforced what we said. And John Quinones had a better than 40% reduction in just 2 weeks instead of the 30 days. And so after it came, that's when all the research started happening. All these other companies and universities and started doing their own research on the product. And the company was on retail shelves until 2009, when they were nearly going bankrupt, even though they had a medical breakthrough, you guys. And so they hired a marketing advisor, and he suggested they switch to direct sales. And they were totally against that, didn't want to do that because there's such a bad stigma that comes with direct sales. So they did a 6-week trial. Direct sales won by 300%, and this has been in direct sales since 2009. The company is publicly traded on the NASDAQ and has an exemplary corporate leadership of more than 100 years of combined experience in network marketing. So if you think about it, technology is really the way that things are trending, right? The way that business is moving. Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, Amazon. I don't know about you guys, but where I live in the middle of nowhere, if I can't get it at my local grocery store, I'm ordering it on Amazon. So, but I'm just saying, it's just the way things are moving. People want things to be fast and convenient and to do it when it works for them. And the good thing about this is you can not only do that, but you can also support someone that you know instead of the middleman. So the company is in the early stages, as you can see, and it's going to be hitting momentum. And that's where all the growth is happening, because no one has heard about this. I mean, Dr. Elizabeth and I are passionate about helping people with their health naturally and love nutrition, and did not hear about this until last year. So, I mean, even when you're looking for this, looking for answers, looking for ways to help people, you're not finding it. And so we need people to share this with other people. There's a proven system, and to get started as a distributor, you would buy a bundle of product, and then after that, you just purchase whatever it is you want. So that way that if you've tried the product, you'll know what it can do for you. But otherwise, as a preferred customer, you just purchase the products at a wholesale pricing. You get paid weekly and monthly. There's just different rewards and benefits as you're going along. Dr. Elizabeth, do you want to do this one?
Sure. So when I started with this company, I didn't know anything about network marketing or direct sales, and I had to really use the team around me and, of course, try and research as much as I could on this. But when you think about it, the traditional plan for your life is that you do some type of education for a certain period of time, and then they release you out into the working environment where you hustle and hope to not only have a really good quality of life, but attain some wealth as you're going along. Then you happen to hope that at 65 you can have that golden retirement age and really live your life exactly how you wanted it to. But the truth is that a huge percentage of people either don't have that health or they don't have that wealth that they need to fully be able to retire and move into that. When we're talking about LifeVantage and really creating a different type of leveraged residual income for you, the plan changes. So you go, same thing, you work at schooling or whatever type of education that you have for your profession, and then you take a certain number of years to really learn the craft of LifeVantage, of direct sales, and earn money while you're doing that, so that you are able to hopefully set yourself up for more flexibility, more stability, so that you can do these different things earlier on than you would have been able to otherwise.
So this slide is kind of interesting because it says to never depend on a single form of income. Make an investment in time and effort to create a second source of income. This is so huge. But the thing is that there wouldn't be a source of income if we didn't have incredible products, right? And Dr. Elizabeth and I would not be spending our Wednesday evening talking to you about this if we didn't see these benefits in not only ourselves, but in our patient base as well. So you can biohack your complete body system, every single system, with our Vitality Stack. Then we have our skincare line, our pet version, our brain activating Nerve 2 activator Axio, our weight management line. There's just a ton of options. And the reason why we're with this company is because we not only love the products, but the business model as well. It's just something we didn't know anything about until we started doing it. So you have 3 options we can help you get started biohacking as a preferred customer. You can join us biohacking and sharing this with others as a distributor, or perhaps you know someone that we can help. So we just want to thank you for coming on tonight, and we would love to answer any questions you might have. Whoever invited you could get back to us. But otherwise, I'm going to just have a good night.